Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose, you find a way to basically make people feel you need to throw away that damn WBC belt and keep putting that duck sauce on your fried rice. Now, Tyson Fury, I think it's fair to say, with his antics and all the things he's chosen not to do to make the fight and the things he's chosen to do to not make the fight with Usyk, I think we can say he's a 2023 Riddick Bowe. Just throw that WBC belt in the trash since you don't want to defend it. Now, I'm not here to talk about Riddick Bowe, but for those of you who are wondering about Riddick Bowe and his story and why he threw that damn belt in the trash can, or remember, back in 1993, following an eliminator victory for Lennox Lewis, Bowe held a press conference, and then he decided to go ahead and throw the strap in the trash can. Now, remember, he was a top contender after defeating Razor Ruddock in fine style. But long story short, Bowe said that it was his manager behind him throwing the belt in the trash can, which Bowe eventually regretted. Now, to me, with Tyson Fury and him not taking the Usyk fight, well, I put it to this, with all the stipulations that he's putting in place, I mean, it's almost the same thing, where he may end up regretting, in my opinion, the approach he's taken. Even if the fight goes forward, even if he wins the fight, I just think that Tyson Fury is a guy who loves the fans. He likes to support. He likes to receive an attaboy, pat on the back. He loves being lauded. He's a guy, like you said, if he's down the local pub, he wants to be the center of attraction, buying everyone drinks, singing karaoke, and just being that guy. But I'm telling you right now, people aren't too thrilled with his antics. And I think he's going to keep putting duck sauce on the fried rice. Unless he can just totally have his way. Now, Frank Warren came out and said something that I thought was interesting. They're saying now that the reason they don't want the rematch clause, he's saying that they don't want the rematch clause, Tyson Fury and his team. He's saying they're like, look, one fight and go on to the next thing. Because Tyson Fury and his team feel that they'll beat Usyk, become undisputed, and then to go into the fight after he gets the win over Usyk, he can go on to a fight to make even more money. Now, when all that came out, I said, now this is my opinion now. Tyson Fury, I see what he's doing. He's trying to get all those belts and then go try to make himself a fight in Saudi Arabia against maybe an AJ or someone. But that's what I truly believe the motive is here. But at the same time, makes me wonder if, what I'm speculating, and just by me being here having this conversation, I don't know if I'm correct. Because if that was the case, he would have made the fight and probably have fought Usyk already, picked up the belts, and be out there in Saudi Arabia trying to, and apologizing for whatever the hell he did for them to scoff at him when it came to trying to set up the fight between him and Usyk in Saudi. Whatever he did to burn that bridge, he definitely has to fix that. But if this was his real intention, is to snatch up all the belts in one fight with Usyk and go on and fight a bigger money fight against someone else, I think he would have done that. So, but that being said, Frank Warren has gone on record and said that Usyk and his team are holding up the negotiations because they're the ones who really want the rematch clause, because they're saying, where else can Usyk go to make the kind of money he's going to make fighting against Tyson Fury? And they're saying that's why they want the two fights, so they know they can get a good payday in the first fight and a great payday in the second fight. Now, I'm not so sure about that. It doesn't seem to really make sense to me. when we know Usyk is getting less than a third of the money he was for this fight against Tyson Fury at Wembley than the fight Usyk was going to make fighting out there in Saudi Arabia. Now, I think Usyk, especially if he beats Tyson Fury, well, I'll put it to you this way. Even if Usyk doesn't fight Tyson Fury, I believe Usyk can go over to the Middle East, fight as a unified champion against Bowe, Hrgovic, Wilder, especially Wilder. But I think he can still go over there and make more money than what he's going to make fighting Tyson Fury for the undisputed distinction at Wembley. I'm just being real. Alexander Usyk, if the Tyson Fury fight doesn't materialize, right? Because obviously it doesn't look right now. The fight's off, okay, and Frank Warren and Tyson Fury are trying to salvage it at this point. But if Usyk and Fury do not fight, the purse that Usyk would have made had he fought Tyson Fury at Wembley, I think Usyk against any opponent, if he can get that fight in Saudi Arabia against any opponent, right? I think he'll make more money fighting in Saudi. But I mean, we don't know, but I would think he will still make more money. So I don't think Usyk sees this necessarily as a lose-lose. I think he sees this as, well, I think it's a lose-win. A loss because he doesn't get to fight for the undisputed distinction, but a win because he can go pick a different opponent to fight and maybe get to fight in Saudi and make more money. But he wants to win-win. He wants to make good money and fight for the undisputed distinction, but Tyson Fury ruined that. So Usyk is back in a situation where it's like he's in a lose-lose right now, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Tyson Fury, his team, they're going to keep putting that duck sauce on that fried rice. They're pointing the finger at Usyk now. They really don't want to have a rematch clause. This is Tyson Fury now. He and his team don't want the rematch clause. They want for Tyson Fury to go in there, one fight, and they're planning on him winning the fight, and Tyson Fury going on to do something different against someone else. The one thing I'll say when it comes to the rematch clause, let's just say, because I think Usyk has a good chance of winning, right? But we're just having a conversation right now. Let's say Tyson Fury blows Usyk out, right? I mean, just absolutely obliterates Usyk. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, right? We're just having a conversation, so I don't need you guys in there typing nothing in the comments and taking it to the stupid. If he blows him out, what's the need of having a damn rematch? You know what I mean? People are going to be like, what are we doing here? It's kind of like with Haney and Kambosos. You beat a man pretty damn convincingly. What are we doing talking about having a rematch? But it was in the contract, you know what I'm saying? And with Tyson Fury, what happened with him and Wilder in the first fight, Tyson Fury clearly outboxed Wilder. Wilder did have some moments, but I thought I had the fight as a draw, definitely, or I had it as a draw. The second fight, we saw what Fury did. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You could understand the first and second fight with Fury and Wilder. The third fight, I mean, just looking at what we have as facts, right? Not where there's smoke, there's fire. Just dealing with the facts. Tyson Fury beat him in the second fight pretty convincingly. That's just looking at what happened in the ring, not going into all the stuff that that I've talked about before. Going to a third fight didn't make any sense. Just seeing the pattern there from the first fight to the second fight. Why have a third fight? But Tyson Fury was pissed off because he got himself kind of boxed in to having to do a third fight because of rematch clauses in contracts. So that's why Tyson Fury has said he doesn't fancy the rematch clause. He doesn't ever want to feel confined or boxed in to go and do something he doesn't want to do because he agreed to a rematch clause. So hopefully that gives you guys a bit more context onto why Tyson Fury is making a big stink about the rematch. But what I will tell you is, I think these circumstances are different. You know what I mean? You're fighting for an undisputed distinction. Usyk has 5 belts, 3 that matter. You have 1. I mean, damn, there should be a rematch clause in there. Usyk brings more to the table as far as the hardware, and I just think that's the right thing to do. But that being said, we're gonna see what happens. But as of right now, the fight's still off. But that rematch clause is a big deal, and I just think at this point, Usyk should just say, you know what, F y'all, man, kiss my you know what, and go on and do something different, because Tyson Fury will suck the man's eyeballs out if he lets him. And that's exactly what he's doing. And Usyk, it's gonna take a lot to get them. It's gonna take a lot to get them eyeballs out of them big old eyeballs out of his head, man. But anyway, Tyson Fury, keep putting that duck sauce on the fried rice. Big as you are, 7'6", 500 pounds. What are you doing making things so hard for the 6'4" Alexander Usyk, the cruiserweight? Quit playing around, man. Make the damn fight. Sign a rematch clause. Let's get things popping in the heavyweight division. Y'all keep cool. I'm about to go run. I'm in the breeze.